I paid $30,000 out of my pocket. Me and the baby video, the Love and Hip Hop, I paid $30,000 out of my pocket for this video. The label got paid for. They got paid for that. They made millions off this song. I paid for the video. But guess what? I didn't know that I didn't supposed to. And guess who was right there when I paid the $30,000? J. Prince Jr. He sat there and watched me pay for it. And no, I ain't supposed to pay for it. How your daddy gonna be my manager? He can't fight for me. He can't fight for me. How in the is J. Prince my manager? Your manager's supposed to fight for you. With all that being said, bro, you know this a situation, homie. I'm gonna be hell bent on ending like anything that you do. Like, not your life, not your like. I'm gonna do everything I can, like, to tarnish anything that you try to do. Like, anything you, your family got going, anything, I'm gonna try my best. Like my best. Like, I don't never want to see y'all win again.
We don't know, bro. Nobody need to be talking about we stupid. That ain't we being stupid. It's we trusting niggas. Like, we don't be like, we don't have the people around us to tell us to go get a contract. Ain't none of our niggas telling us when we first trying to get on to, man, read this in the contract. We don't have them type of friends. If you from the gutter, sign that on. You know, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, but it's a basic contract, bro. Like, it's that same, man, about 10 albums. You're gonna be on that 30 years, 20, not 30, 20 for sure. If you don't have a leeway to wiggle out that, if you don't have a leeway to wiggle out that motherfucker, bro. I was on contract from what, 18, about 19 years old, 18 years old to 34. Since I became independent, like, I don't even read. I send that straight to my entertainment law. If anybody looking at right now, if you ain't got no entertainment lawyer, bro, man, you gonna get beat, bro. Like, we don't know. That's why they go to school for that. They are sharp with this. They can read that contract and break it down to you in gangster terms, in street knowledge. Well, this means, we don't know what that means. Then they got shit in there that clauses that'll f your head up, and it's saying some whole other shit. It just means say this, but mean this. Then they got options. You think you got 6 albums on this contract? No, you got an option to do 2 more. So you keep you another 6 years to do 2 more albums. Man, it's just we as street dudes are not sharp in that area.
Finesse2Tymes just shook the entire situation up after realizing he could still drop music on YouTube without fully depending on mob ties, and things got messy, fast. The moment those songs started hitting his official channel, the pressure instantly went up behind the scenes. Finesse even switched his name from Finesse2Tymes to 250 Ricky in an attempt to create a new lane for himself. But there's still one major problem hanging over everything. Even though he can upload music to YouTube, getting those same records onto major DSPs like Spotify and Apple Music is a whole different battle. And that's where the contract drama allegedly starts getting ugly. Now folks online are saying this situation has completely turned into a war between loyalty and business, especially after Finesse began exposing what allegedly happened behind closed doors with J. Prince Jr. and Mob Ties. According to Finesse, he trusted the people around him way more than he trusted the paperwork, and now he feels like that trust cost him big. During an emotional moment, Finesse revealed that he once paid $30,000 out of his own pocket for a music video without even knowing the label was allegedly supposed to cover those expenses.
I can accept what come with taking a loss, right? I ain't with losing, right? Cause all my L's helped me win, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. But this situation is a little bit more, it's a little bit different. It's not like the average loss. You know what I'm saying? I already lost a lot of time in my life. I know about being independent. I just don't know everything about it. I do know that being part of a label is not in your best interest also. I knew that before I signed the contract. I'm not gonna lie. I knew that. Y'all is not listening to me when I tell y'all. I talked to Junior from a bunk. We built a relationship. It wasn't just business. We agreed as men that he was gonna help me learn the game. We also agreed that we understand paperwork still gotta be involved for us to handle business. But my loyalty, and because they preach loyalty, and because of what I thought about them, and because they was a black independent, it could have been Master P. I would have went with Master P. You know why? Because I feel like he black, and I feel like he would have taught me. I don't feel like he would have f***ed me over. I don't feel like he would have. I don't feel like Master P would have. If I would have told him, "Hey, Master P," like one time, Junior, I paid $30,000 for a video and didn't know that the label was supposed to pay for it. I paid $30,000 out of my pocket. Me and the baby video, the Love and Hip Hop, I paid $30,000 out of my pocket for that video. The label got paid for. They got paid for that. They made millions off this song. I paid for the video. But guess what? I didn't know that I didn't supposed to. And guess who was right there when I paid the $30,000? J. Prince Jr. He sat there and watched me pay for it. And no, I ain't supposed to pay for it. And people wondering why I'm getting on this fuck like this. It's not that I made a mistake. I admit to my mistake. I get it. I understand I f***ed up. It was my fault. I signed it. Yes, I supposed to read it better or got better counsel. But man, don't knock a nigga for being loyal though, bro. Don't knock a nigga for having faith in black men, bro. Don't knock a nigga for having no faith, bro. That's all I did. I had blind faith, bro. I had blind faith. And it got me f***ed off. Having trust in my it got me out once again. This time is on a different scale. All right, now we passed it. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. I've been bamboozled. I've been hoodwinked. I've been all that. You got me. You know you got me. I ain't even talking about all the business and all that. You know you got me. You know what we talked about as men. And then on top of that, how your daddy gonna be my manager? He can't fight for me. He can't fight for me. How in the f*** is J. Prince my manager? Your manager's supposed to fight for you. With all that being said, bro, you know this is a f***ed up situation, homie. So I don't really want to do no... I know I ain't got no choices and all that. I ain't got no choice, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be hell bent on ending, like, anything that you do. Like, not your life, not your, like, I'm gonna do everything I can, like, to tarnish anything that you try to do. Like, anything you, your family got going, anything, I'm gonna try my best, like my best, like, I don't never wanna see y'all win again. Especially if you don't let me, like, give me some type of relief. I'm playing with paper. I ain't having no money problems. So you can't scream broke. I don't give a f about all that money for real. I'm trying to learn the game, man. I'm chasing a dream. Money come with that. So f the money. Help me, let me get to my dreams, homie. I don't want to do that. I ain't trying to bully nobody. I ain't threatening nobody. But you know, like I know this wrong. And at this point, it's past working it out. I don't want to sit across from nobody who done did me that dirty like that. I don't want to be partners with nobody that if I can help it. But if you don't want to let me out, then man, get ready for this spiritual warfare I'm finna put on your ass. Cause God on my side, my guy. I ain't gonna lie. And your knee, that's part of the reason. I'm gonna let you know. It ain't too many people that do me wrong, bruh, and still be able to carry on afterwards, bro. Like, I'm one of God's chosen ones for real. And I done did my dirt, and I ain't perfect. But for the most part, bro, God know my heart. I give and give and give till I ain't got no more. I'm one of his chosen ones, bro. So guess what? Get ready to deal with what's to come. You see what I'm saying? Because everything go up, gotta come down. The label. Out now on YouTube, not all platforms.
What made the situation even worse in his eyes was the fact that Jay Prince Jr. was allegedly sitting right there watching it happen. Finesse basically admitted he feels played, betrayed, and stuck in a deal he never fully understood from the beginning. He said he came into the situation believing he was building a real relationship, not just signing paperwork. According to him, it wasn't even really about the money anymore. He explained that he was chasing knowledge, guidance, and a real shot at learning the music business from people he respected. Instead, he now feels like he got thrown into a situation that allegedly benefited everybody except him. And just when the internet thought things couldn't get more intense, 50 Cent suddenly jumped directly into the drama and made it very clear whose side he was on. After seeing 250 Ricky start releasing music independently on YouTube, 50 Cent wasted absolutely no time stepping into the middle of the situation, and his reaction instantly got the internet talking. Folks already knew 50 had been quietly supporting Finesse behind the scenes, but this time he decided to make things public and directly call out what was allegedly happening with Mob Ties. That's when the entire conversation around Jay Prince Jr. started getting even more heated online. 50 basically suggested that Finesse trusted the wrong people at the wrong time and ended up trapped in a bad business situation because of it. He also hinted that keeping a young artist locked into a deal after things clearly fell apart was only making the situation look worse. According to 50, there comes a point where business turns personal, and fans now believe that's exactly where this whole thing is headed. The craziest part is that the internet immediately started connecting all the dots after 50 spoke up. A lot of people began revisiting old interviews, old business moves, and even old rumors surrounding Mob Ties and artist contracts. Suddenly, folks weren't just looking at this like another rap industry disagreement anymore. People started treating it like Finesse2Tymes was publicly exposing a system that allegedly keeps artists tied down long after the relationship already collapses. But Finesse himself made it clear this situation hit deeper than just paperwork or percentages. According to him, the real issue was loyalty. He explained that he entered the deal believing he was working with people who would genuinely teach him the game instead of taking advantage of the fact that he didn't fully understand the business side yet. Finesse even admitted he already had concerns about labels before signing anything, but he ignored those feelings because he believed the relationship was real. That's why his frustration started sounding more emotional than financial. In his mind, this wasn't just about contracts anymore. This was about trust, respect, and feeling like somebody you looked at as family allegedly watched you make mistakes without warning you first. And once those feelings started boiling over publicly, the entire situation went from industry drama to full-blown personal warfare.
You seen Boosie?
Somebody actually yelled.
You see about me?
So what is it?
Sure. Hold on, you might not want to see everything. Hold on, don't do that.
But get y'all man's chat. Y'all man.
Don't do that, my boy. Don't do that.
NW.
Nah, I can't do my boy DDG like that. I can't do him like that. You know, he'll be a good dude. Like, nothing but positivity on my name, nothing but, nah. and he ready to do a 24-hour stream with 250? Come on, you think I'm finna disrespect a dude willing to with me, like who ready to, and don't give a f what the other people got to say, because that's all that's going on right now. I'm dealing with an industry full of people who don't want to deal with 250 because they worry about what such and such gonna say. But it's okay, because we done paid our own way and we're gonna continue to pay our own way, and it's going on. You hear me? But look, do what Boosie had to say.
Eat what you don't want you to eat, bro. What you think about Finesse contract? Everybody signed that contract, man. I had the same thing, bro. I think they did the same contract for everybody label, they just changed the motherfucking. That's all part of your first contract, you gonna sign that, that's gonna be I had it about 10 hours. She gonna be on this about 20 years. It's crazy. Like this, that's it. That's the basic contract.
Look.
That's a limited contract, that's a cash money contract, that's a true entertainment contract, that's a rap a lot contract, that's every contract, bro. You signed up to get in the game, bro. It's just you gotta figure out the wiggle out there, bro. Figure out that's every contract. That ain't just ain't eating what you don't want you to eat, bro. What you think about Finesse?
With that type of shit, I respect it because
he gotta just say mine did dumb and he can't put himself a part of it, everybody a part. Cause you gotta think about, like I was telling Lil Wayne, this from Birdman having them all this, bro, like this, when you really think about it.
See, this is my thing. I don't know because Wayne,
remember he just cried for the 250, literally 250,000. I mean, I said 250 million.
That's what I'm saying. But this is my thing though.
Like everybody.
Through the black, the OGs get off at getting off on the when they get off at doing it. Like, what? How can you walk around with your head high and your chest out knowing you got off on the young nigga, the same young nigga that you trying to motivate?
Right.
You fake. So you fake motivating the nigga. Like, oh, we gotta do this and we gotta do this and we gotta move like this and we gotta move like that. But then when you get when it's you and so I got the to the point where woo and I can get him to woo and I'm woo and I can, because you know that you talking to, he on the same time you on.
Right, yeah, but they on some head
and all them. And then when we come around, you can tell because they tend to stray a little bit. You can tell they try to stand off like they playing security. Now you know how to get up on me.
The baby standing there like a.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so you know, like, so it's like, I don't know, it's tough to deal with this. You gotta have tough skin to deal with this.
It's just like really about knowing it. Really not like that.
Yeah, but it don't. This the part that don't even matter to me. No, like the not being like that part. It's okay. Like, it's okay to not be like that. Like I said, like, you ain't gotta be like that, and I'm still gonna respect you just like I respect it's like that.
As Finesse kept opening up about the situation, you could tell this wasn't just another artist complaining about money anymore. The deeper he got into the story, the more it started sounding like somebody who genuinely felt hurt by people he once trusted. According to Finesse, he didn't walk into the Mob Ties situation looking at it like a cold business transaction. He said he built a real relationship with J. Prince Jr. first, and because of that relationship, he let his guard down when it came to the paperwork. Finesse explained that he believed he was dealing with people who would actually teach him how the music industry worked instead of leaving him to figure everything out alone. He even brought up the idea that if another respected independent figure like Master P had approached him the same way, he probably still would have signed because he trusted the idea of learning from somebody who already mastered the business side of rap. That's what makes this situation hit so differently for him. In his mind, this wasn't greed at first, it was blind faith. Then Finesse went right back to the moment that still clearly bothers him the most, the $30,000 video payment. He explained again that he paid for the video himself, without realizing the label allegedly should have handled those costs. According to him, the worst part wasn't even losing the money. It was allegedly having somebody sitting there watching it happen while knowing he didn't fully understand the business side of what was going on. That's the moment Finesse says changed everything for him mentally. He even admitted publicly that he takes responsibility for signing the contract and not having stronger legal guidance at the time. But at the same time, he feels people shouldn't clown him for trusting people he believed were trying to help him grow. That emotional frustration is exactly why fans online started taking his side more seriously after hearing him speak. A lot of folks believe this situation stopped being about bad decisions and started becoming a conversation about loyalty, mentorship, and whether young artists are really being protected once they enter the industry. And while the internet was already split over Finesse's claims, things got even crazier once his frustration fully exploded on livestream. That's when the entire situation officially crossed the line from business drama into straight personal chaos. During an emotional livestream, Finesse2Tymes completely unloaded on the people he feels betrayed him, and you could hear the frustration building with every single sentence. At that point, he wasn't even trying to hide how angry he was anymore. According to Finesse, the relationship had already gone too far downhill for simple conversations or private meetings to fix anything behind the scenes. One of the biggest issues he pointed out was the strange setup involving management and loyalty. Finesse openly questioned how somebody connected so closely to the same business structure could truly fight on his behalf if problems started happening internally. In his eyes, that blurred line allegedly left him feeling isolated once the situation started falling apart. And the more he talked, the more obvious it became that he felt completely trapped inside a system he no longer trusted. Finesse also made it clear he wasn't focused on money at this stage anymore. He repeatedly explained that he already lost years of his life before rap and was trying to build something bigger for himself through music. According to him, the dream mattered more than the cash. He said the money was supposed to come naturally after learning the business correctly, but instead, he now feels like he entered a situation that slowed him down instead of helping him grow. Then came the part that really shocked viewers online. Finesse basically warned that if things continued going the way they were going, he planned to publicly push back against anything connected to the people he feels wronged him. He described it more like a personal and spiritual battle than some normal rap industry disagreement. The live stream instantly went viral because fans could hear how emotionally exhausted he sounded while talking about the situation. At the same time, a lot of people watching felt conflicted. Some believed Finesse was simply exposing ugly realities about the music business, while others thought emotions were taking over and making the situation even messier publicly. Either way, one thing became obvious after that live stream. There was no repairing this relationship quietly anymore. And right when the drama was reaching another level online, Boosie Badazz suddenly stepped in and started breaking down why situations like this allegedly happen to artists all the time. Once Boosie Badazz entered the conversation, the entire tone of the situation shifted because now you had somebody speaking from experience. Instead of just reacting emotionally, Boosie started breaking down how these music industry contracts allegedly trap artists for years before they even realize what they signed. And according to him, this happens way more often than fans think. Boosie explained that a lot of young rappers coming from the streets don't have lawyers, business mentors, or experienced people around them when those first contracts get placed in front of them. Most artists are just excited somebody finally believes in them and offers them an opportunity. According to Boosie, that's exactly why so many rappers end up signing deals they barely understand in the beginning. He even admitted that when he was younger, he went through similar situations himself before eventually learning how dangerous certain paperwork could really become. One thing Boosie kept stressing was the importance of entertainment lawyers. He said contracts are purposely written in complicated language that can completely confuse somebody who isn't trained to understand business terms. In his words, lawyers are able to translate those contracts into simple street language so artists actually understand what they're agreeing to before signing their lives away. And once Boosie started describing how label options and album extensions allegedly work, fans online immediately started understanding why Finesse feels trapped right now. Boosie also pointed out that what looks like a normal deal at first can quietly turn into a 15 or 20-year situation once all the extra clauses start activating behind the scenes. According to him, artists sometimes think they're signing for a few albums, only to later realize labels can allegedly extend deals and keep control much longer than expected. That's why Boosie warned upcoming rappers to never handle contracts without legal help involved. The craziest part is that Boosie didn't completely act shocked by Finesse's situation either. Instead, he almost sounded disappointed that the same cycle allegedly keeps happening to young artists over and over again in the music business. And once Boosie started speaking that openly, fans immediately started looking at the Mob Ties situation from a whole different angle. After Boosie publicly spoke on the situation, Finesse2Tymes didn't stay quiet for long either. During another live stream, he reacted to Boosie's comments and made it clear he appreciated the support, especially at a time when he feels like parts of the industry are allegedly distancing themselves from him. You could tell Finesse was paying attention to who still stood beside him publicly and who suddenly went silent once the controversy exploded online. Finesse even hinted that a lot of people in the music industry are scared to openly work with 250 Ricky right now because they allegedly don't want problems or backlash connected to the Mob Ties situation. But according to him, he's already accepted that reality and plans to keep building independently anyway. Instead of waiting for approval from industry gatekeepers, Finesse said he's focused on creating his own lane now, even if it means starting over under a new name. At one point during the stream, Finesse also joked around while reacting to other creators and streamers mentioning him online. But underneath the humor, fans could still hear the frustration in his voice. He basically suggested that people are willing to support privately, but become nervous once things turn public. That's why Boosie publicly standing beside him seemed to genuinely matter. Meanwhile, Boosie continued going even deeper into the bigger industry conversation. He explained that in his opinion, a lot of veteran figures in the music business allegedly motivate younger artists publicly while privately setting up deals that heavily favor themselves behind the scenes. According to Boosie, that contradiction is what frustrates him the most. He questioned how certain people can preach guidance, loyalty, and empowerment while allegedly locking artists into situations that become almost impossible to escape later. That's the part of the conversation that really started hitting fans emotionally, because now it wasn't just about Finesse2Tymes anymore. The situation started turning into a larger discussion about exploitation, loyalty, mentorship, and whether younger rappers are truly being prepared for the business side of fame before signing major contracts. And by this point, the internet was fully divided. Some people believed Finesse should have read everything more carefully before signing anything, while others felt his trust and loyalty were allegedly used against him from the very beginning. At the end of the day, this entire situation turned into one of the wildest conversations in hip-hop right now. What started with Finesse2Tymes trying to release music independently quickly spiraled into a huge debate about loyalty, contracts, mentorship, and whether artists are really protected once they enter the music business. And once 50 Cent publicly backed Finesse, while Boosie Badazz started exposing how these contracts allegedly work behind the scenes, the internet instantly exploded with opinions from every direction. Some fans feel Finesse should have never signed paperwork he didn't fully understand in the first place. But others believe the bigger issue is whether powerful industry figures allegedly take advantage of younger artists who come into the game trusting relationships more than contracts. That's why this whole Mob Ties situation got people talking so heavily online right now, because it stopped feeling like regular rap drama and started sounding personal. And honestly, the craziest part might be the fact that Finesse still refuses to stop pushing forward. Even after changing his name to 250 Ricky and running into problems getting music onto major platforms, he's still trying to build his own movement independently and prove he can survive outside the system. Whether people agree with how he handled everything publicly or not, one thing is definitely clear. This situation got the entire industry watching closely now, but I want to know what you think about all this down in the comment section. Do y'all believe 50 Cent and Boosie were right for publicly supporting Finesse2Tymes against J Prince Jr. and Mob Ties? Or do y'all think Finesse should have handled everything privately behind closed doors instead of taking it to the internet? Also, make sure y'all hit that like button because it seriously helps the channel grow in a major way. And don't forget to hit that hype button too, because that helps push these videos out even more. If you rock with the content here on Dripzine, subscribe right now and turn on all notifications so you never miss the latest hip-hop drama, industry beef, and crazy stories the mainstream media won't tell you about.